So we're here. Joining us now, it's James Hirsen, Newsmax insider, author of the Left Coast Report.
James, we always welcome you in from the land of La, or La La Land if you prefer. Halloween costumes with today's issues, domestic violence and Ray Rice, and a nurse impersonating an Ebola nurse, I guess. Have we moved past distasteful to dangerous?
I think they have. I think they're going over the borderline. I mean, they've always had these costumes that basically take their cue from what's happening in the headlines. I mean, they're dressed up as serial killers, Casey Anthony, Scott Peterson. But now, I mean, dressing up as members of ISIS, carrying around severed heads, I think that's going too far. And even from the point of view, and this is difficult this time of year for law enforcement, but depending on the costume, it could trigger some complaints to law enforcement and offer an opportunity for real ISIS members. And of course, Ebola, dressing up in a hazmat suit, there's something about that. I mean, they're trying to basically score points with black humor, but it's not funny. So I would recommend that if you really want to scare people, dress up as Joe Biden. That's scary.
So, James, where do we draw the line with this then? Where is the line?
Well, you got to hope that, I mean, certainly the line is not going to be drawn by government. This is Halloween, after all, and it's a holiday that people take the opportunity to dress the way they wouldn't, provocatively. And so it's more like this is a time for parents and families and siblings and clergy to influence people to draw the line. And Hollywood is a time, because remember, this tradition is, you know, a trick or treat, and we do in fact discourage certain kinds of trickery. And so I think it's up to society and to families and friends and siblings to draw that line.
A couple of minutes remain, James. I want to spend just a little time on what's going on in France, kind of a Halloween nightmare, armed clowns going around the country beating people up. What is this attraction to clowns? Is that Halloween or just something else equally macabre?
No, it is something else. It has to do with a social media fad, if you will. You know, this is a worldwide phenomenon. People dressing up, and mostly teens, as scary clowns. And look, they're taking advantage of an innate fear. As a matter of fact, listed in the Diagnostic Manual for Psychiatry is coulrophobia, which is in fact a true psychotic fear of clowns. We all have a little of it, and part of it is because it defeats our expectations. You know, much like dolls. You know how dolls are used in horror movies. Clowns have been used because we expect clowns to be happy and to be entertaining. And if you take a second look, and the clown looks like the Stephen King character in It, or many other Hollywood movie clowns. And now American Horror Story has this clown that is perhaps the most terrifying. Even the clown union is upset. So I think what's happened is the teens have taken pictures of themselves on YouTube scaring people, coming out of the bushes dressed as a scary clown.
James, it's 20 seconds left here. Do you think we're going to see clowns phased out of horror movies due to this recent hysteria?
You know, I think that we're going to see it used in movies and TV shows even more because it's been so successful on American Horror Story. And it's been a perennial thing, goes back to the 1940s. And so, you know, and they've done surveys, by the way, kids actually don't like clowns generally. But they're a tradition, and they're always going to be around.
That's that on clowns. A serious discussion of clowning and of Halloween and of Hollywood. James Hirsen, our right man on the left coast. We thank you for your time, and America's Forum will continue.